Let's get a quick take on the city of Denver reaching a $4.65 million settlement in the 2015 jail death of inmate Michael Marshall at the hands of sheriff's deputies. If approved by city council, the Denver Sheriff's Department will also hire 2 mental health workers and implement new policies and training. Patty Calhoun from Westward, $4.65 million is a lot of money. At some point, do the size of these settlements begin to impact the city of Denver?
Well, they already have, because we do have a new sheriff in place. I think the most important thing about this settlement, besides the fact that the city just made it didn't go to trial, and they just realized they had all the bad facts were on their side, hiring the 2 mental health workers to have them in the jail will definitely help the situation.
Amy Cook from the Independence Institute joins us. Amy, you have a long history with law enforcement. You know your stuff here. When you see the new policies come down at the Sheriff's Department, do you think they'll make a difference?
First of all, I just want to know why every time I'm on the show it has to be something about law enforcement.
Every time.
Every time.
It's in the contract. That's what we do. If Amy's going to be on, it's what we do.
So 2 things. One is that I still think Denver needs to elect a sheriff, and I'm going to say that every time. It's number 1, because they're more accountable. That's number 1. Number 2 is jails are not the place to be treating patients or people who need mental health. That's the real issue. We need resources for mental health before somebody gets into that situation. Otherwise, we're still treating the symptom and not getting to the cause of what these settlements, where they're originating. We need more resources actually allocated to mental health in the community.
Eric Solomon, political analyst. So when you see $4.65 million, when I think about that headline, maybe even not more than 5 years ago, that would have been huge news. That would have been topic 1 for the show. It would have been, oh my gosh, what the heck is happening? Now, I mean, right now it's our lightning round. It doesn't seem that big of a deal. Are Denverites getting used to really huge settlements going out for these kinds of cases?
I think it's sad, but I think the answer to your question is yes, that there is a degree of becoming inured to this kind of thing. Oh, here's one more, and a few months from now there'll be one more. I think the timing of this is probably particularly problematic for the city of Denver, as thousands, tens of thousands of voters are sitting with their ballots on their kitchen table with this the bond issue package that Mayor Hancock wants. I suspect the bonds will still pass. That's what people do in Denver. They vote yes on these things. But to see that kind of money spent time and time and time again, I think makes some voters at least scratch their head and say, where are our resources going? Real quickly, to Amy's point, yes, we should have mental health treatment well before these people land in jail. But once they are in jail, you wonder why we haven't had a few mental health professionals on the scene before this settlement came about.
Ed Seelever from the Denver Business Journal rounds out the panel today. Ed, when you see these huge settlements and also some of the policy changes implemented because of this particular one, do you think it's going to get the attention of either some other cities or even some folks on Capitol Hill?
I don't know. I mean, because I think you can change every policy you want, but as long as you still got 25% minimum of the Denver County jail population dealing with mental health issues, according to the Post numbers, it's not going to stop. I mean, you can tell deputies to deal with this in as many ways, but they're not going to be ready for every situation that somebody who has a behavioral health issue has. I'm just going to double down on what both Amy and Eric said. You've got to get to these people first. You stop putting money into settlements, start putting it into treatment, start putting it into, for the worst cases, institutionalization. I mean, you got to get these folks off the streets where they can actually be in an atmosphere where people can help them, rather than the jails, which aren't meant to be a place where people are supposed to be helped.